Hi, I'm Tracy Faulkner from Lush Fabrics with your release for this week, Easter Sunday. Happy Easter to you all. I hope the Easter Bunny has been to visit, and I hope the Fabric Fairy will be visiting you as well very soon. We have 12 new fabrics for you today, a couple of restocks, some nice ones for winter. The first one is actually what I'm wearing. This is a restock. This one is caged in green, double brush poly. I've sewn it up with the green waffle knit. This is a unwind from Pattern Emporium, and I have copied one of our customers, Crystal Lee. She did this thing with one of hers as well, and I've basically copied her whole idea because I thought it looked really cute on her. So I've just cut the pattern piece so that I can have the two pieces in there, and I'm pretty happy with how it's turned out. I haven't actually hemmed this one yet, and it does need a hem, so we'll get to that, but I was rushing to get my video done. So double brush poly, this caged in green. It's beautiful and soft. It's a restock, so we have had it before. It's got that beautiful green in it. I do love that. Great stretch, being double brushed. Beautiful drape. And you can see it sits really well with the waffle knit as well. This is all sewn in together, and it works really well. So 3000 is the thread that we put on that one, which is just an off-white, so just the background colour there. And we have matched it up with one of our new French terries from last week, Warm Taupe French terry, and sand double brush poly, light brown double brush poly. Sorry, my worksheet has just closed on me. You saw the green waffle, and burnt caramel as well is in there as an option for this one. So your restock, caged in green. Another double brush poly. This one is called New Hope in green. We've actually got a few greens this week, and that's just made me realize that I'm missing a green thread. Someone went through my, sorry, I just disappeared on you there. Someone went through my basket of fabrics the other day and messed up on my threads. Got it now. And the reason I'm talking about that is because this particular thread I think I used on 3 different fabrics this week, so I didn't mean to have a green theme happening, but I think I do have a bit of a green theme going on. So New Hope in green, back to where I was. I got off track there. This one's really cute. I love the little dots. And let me bring it up so you can see the colours in those dots. Really cute. So same stretch and really great drape as well. So this one goes with 1090, the thread, and we've matched it up with off-white rib knit and Niagara blue modal, and what else, dusty olive double brush poly. It's got a mark on there with these olive tones that are there, and another new French terry, dewberry, to go with the little purple. There's a lighter purple that's in there. All right, New Hope in green. Now, another double brushed. This one is called Subtle Hues. And it's actually got, it's called that because it's got some really sweet colors in there and a gorgeous print. Let me show you up close. The colors are just really subtle, but really nice colors as well. So good stretch both ways, good drape. $1630 is a matching thread for this one, and And we've matched it up with taupe modal, sweet pink French terry, another new one, and this is the most beautiful color. It's really pretty. Also looks really nice with light pink faux cashmere. And we've got some more, yes, ivory double brush poly. It's another one, and banana double brush poly. There are some yellows in here in those flowers there. And then last one is the almondine modal, which is really nice, just for some of those darker colors in there. All right, subtle hues double brush poly. And then our last double brush poly for today, this one's pretty cool. This one is called Ava. If I can open it up, I'll show you. Now this one obviously hasn't been brushed as much as some of the others because it doesn't have the same level of softness as the other ones that I've just shown you. Now we need to stand back and hold this one up so you can see. Isn't that beautiful? Such a pretty print and such amazing colors. Look at all those gorgeous colors. Really, really pretty. So it still has the same stretch, even though it doesn't have as much softness as some of the other double brush polys do. It doesn't feel awful, don't get me wrong. It just doesn't have the same level of softness. I don't think you touch this one and say, wow, like you might with some of the other double brush polys because they're just so soft. Okay, I've gone that same green 1090 again because that's basically the color in the background there. We've matched this up with teal blue and river blue. So teal blue is a double brush poly and so is this one. And we've also put it with sand, double brushed. And also, if you want to get nice and warm, we've used this mint irregular brushed rib as well, which is really nice for a jumper or a cardigan or something like that. So this is called Ava and it is a gorgeous print double brush poly. Now this one, the next one is actually a single brush poly, but I'm releasing it now, even though sometimes I do quite like to save single brush poly for summer because it is great to wear in summer. But these are just the most beautiful autumn and winter colors, so I've decided to go ahead and release it. And it is a restock. We have had this before. It's called Robin in Burgundy and the colors are beautiful. It's a really lovely rich burgundy and then these really autumn toned flowers on there. So single brush poly is brushed on the right side but it's quite slinky on the inside, so that's why it's quite nice for summer because it's got that slinky feel on the inside so it doesn't get quite so hot, but it would still be really nice in winter as a top, as a long sleeve dress maybe. You could make it pants if you wanted to. There's lots that you could do. So this one is the matching thread I have put on the website. When I'm filming this video, I don't actually have it in, but I'm hoping that by the time we have this up on the website, I will have that up there. I would have caught up as well. So fingers crossed it will be available. Okay, we've matched this one up with terracotta double brush poly and sienna double brush poly and hot pink double brush poly, green olive waffle, which is really nice, goes with those leaves, and chintz rose double brush poly as well. I don't know if I've got the right section here that I'm matching these with. There we go, I think there's a little bit of pink in there. So Robin in Burgundy single brush poly. All right, next we have some honeycomb. Honeycomb to me is an athletic performance style fabric, but that doesn't mean that it can only be that. For me, that's what I think of when I see the athletic and when I feel the athletic, the honeycomb. I think of the athletic fabrics, but the athletic fabrics are actually also really nice as a dress, you know, or as a top or something like that. So you don't need to be cornered in and thinking, well, this is a fabric for working out in, so that's what I must make. You can make all sorts. So this one's called Black Tie-Dye Honeycomb. It's got a nice print there, and it is a real tie-dye, so it's the same on the back. Let me show you the honeycomb texture. If you haven't used honeycomb before, you can see that texture in there, and it's got a slight bumpy feel to it. It's nothing huge. It's less on the wrong side, so it doesn't feel really bumpy when you're wearing it against your skin, I mean. So it is quite nice to wear. I mean, it's great for things like leggings because it has so much stretch to it and good recovery on that stretch. It is 92% poly, 8% spandex, and 260 GSM, so it's got some good weight. I don't think it's quite squat proof. I think it's pretty close, but I don't think it's quite there. Whereas our other athletic performance, I would say, is squat proof. Okay, so this one we have put with just a black thread 4000. There are a few colours through here, which you might pick up a bit more with these coordinates. So we've actually put dark navy with it, and I think you can see some of those blues through there. And we've also got the charcoal cable knit with that one. Do we have anything else? Yes, we also have blue Arctic double brush poly, which is really nice with it as well. So black tie-dye honeycomb. All right, the next one I have for you is another restock, and it's Liverpool. You guys love your Liverpools, and certainly last year I had a lot of trouble getting Liverpools in. I do have a few more this year. It's still not a huge amount, but this is Oasis, which we've had before, and it went pretty quickly last time. So let me show you Liverpool. Liverpool is, I think it's 96 poly, 4% spandex, but it is a high poly content. It's quite light. It's only about 180 GSM, but it does have some thickness to it. And it's got this crepey texture on the right side, and it's nice and smooth on the inside. So that little bit of thickness and the crepiness is very, very forgiving. So it makes a really nice garment. I love a dress out of Liverpool. It's really good in a top as well. You could make pants. You do need to realise there's very little vertical stretch. There is a bit of give going there, but it's not a huge amount. So do keep that in mind when you're choosing a pattern. It feels really lovely, like it's quite soft. It's not double brush poly level of soft, but it is still nice and soft. And best of all, it's very easy to sew up. All right, this one we put with 2002. Is that the right one? No, that's 3000. Again, I think it's a 2002 that I'm waiting to come in. Fingers crossed it'll be here. Okay, we've matched this with Peppermint French Terry. Another new one that just came in. Mellow Yellow cotton spandex, if you really want to brighten it up. Camel double brush poly, and Ivory double brush poly as well. So Oasis Liverpool. Another restock. Told you we had a few of them this week. Brown Crocodile Ponte. This stuff is gorgeous. You see that crocodile effect going on there. I love the idea of a jacket or a pencil skirt, or even a slightly longer skirt with perhaps a slit up the side. Let me just separate all of this. This has been folded like this for quite a while. There we go. Let's open that up. Now, this is a fragile fabric because all of that crocodile print that I just showed you is sticking together, but it's also like a vinyl. So if you put heat on this, so whether that be through washing or drying or ironing, you will remove that print that's on here. You will remove that textured detail. So you need to be very, very careful with this. I would, if it was me, I would just probably put it in a wash bag in the washing machine. It would depend on what else goes in the washing machine. Any zips, buttons, Velcro, anything like that, you will ruin this. Any heat at all, and you will ruin it. So in no circumstances should you put this in the dryer. There shouldn't be any heat. It should be a pure cold wash to wash this one, just to keep it intact, because it is really beautiful. It's got such great texture to it. Almost looks leathery, but it's not. It's got that little print there. And then the back is just your plain Ponte. So this one's 82% poly, 14% rayon, 4% spandex, 220 GSM. So it's got a fairly stiff horizontal stretch there, and a little bit going on vertically. And there is your drape. No matching thread for this one, and no coordinating fabrics. All right, let's go for some new fabrics now. We had a little run of restocks. French terry for you. This is called Milky Way in green. So a little bit like the one I just showed you, the Crocodile Ponte. This, you can see all these gorgeous gold, bronze and silver stars. These are also a foil that's on here. So any heat and that texture will come off. So you do need to use a lot of care with these sorts of fabrics. And by that, I just mean no heat. Doesn't mean you need to do something way out of the ordinary or have it dry cleaned or anything like that, but you need to be really careful with the heat. So this French terry, you can see it's smooth on that right side there, and then it's got these loops on the wrong side this time. This one is 63% poly, 34% rayon, 3% spandex. And there is your stretch. French terry is really nice, not much vertical, really nice for joggers, in winter, jumpers, cardigans. You can make a dress out of French terry, no problem at all. Yeah, there's lots that you can do with it. You just need to be aware of what the stretch percentages are for this one, and make sure that matches up with your pattern. So again, we've got 1090 as the matching thread. So this is the theme that we're on for today. And we put this one together with the light sea green double brush poly. All right, Milky Way in green, French terry. Now we have a faux cashmere. This one is olive tie-dye. Now we've had faux cashmere before. We call it faux cashmere because my supplier calls it cashmere, but the composition of 69% poly, 28% rayon and 3% spandex tells me it's not real cashmere. So we go with the faux cashmere just to clear all of that up. And there is that print. And there's a bit of colour on the inside as well. So that's good to know if you wanted to make a cardigan or something like that. Because if it's really white on the inside, it can be quite noticeable. So it is quite fuzzy on the right side. So it's lovely and brushed and it feels really beautiful. And then it's unbrushed and smooth on the inside. So you can use either side as your right side, whichever works for you. So good stretch horizontally. Not much. A little bit going on vertically, but not heaps. Really nice drape. So really good for jumpers. Could be a nice layering piece as well. I would probably not make joggers out of this one. Certainly not with the brushed on the outside, because I think it would peel very quickly. And I do think that this is a fabric that is going to peel quickly. It's got that softness, it's got that brushing to it, and it's got a level of rayon as well. So this might be something that peels in a high wear area, whether that's your seat belt or under the arms, if you're making a jumper. But one of the lint shavers can be your friend with those sorts of fabrics, because it is so beautiful and soft and brushed that it is worth trying to get it to work for you. Okay, this one goes with X660 and we've matched it up with Light Sage. Not sure where that matches, but anyway, it might be in some of those colours down there. And Dusty Olive. I'll throw on this one back here. Can I find Dusty Olive again? There it is. There we go, and the Dusty Olive as well. All right, so olive tie-dye, faux cashmere. All right, now a faux alpaca, and same story goes with this one. My supplier called it alpaca, but the composition, again, it's basically the same, it is exactly the same composition as that faux cashmere. So 69% poly, 28% rayon, 3% spandex. Told me it's not real alpaca. So faux alpaca it is. All right, this one's called Flatline. It's a beautiful color. So, and again, faux alpaca is very similar to that faux cashmere. It does have a slightly different feel to it, but it's brushed and it's really soft on the right side, then it's smooth on the inside. It's got pretty good stretch going on there and a bit vertically as well. Really nice drape. Again, really great for jumpers, layering pieces. You could make a dress out of this if you wanted to. It could look really cute. No matching thread again for this one, but we matched it up with Vintage Plum double brush poly. What else have we got? Ivory French Terry is really nice, and Dusty Lavender French Terry. So they're all really nice matches actually. Flatline faux alpaca. All right, I feel like I've been talking for a long time here. That's because I have 22 minutes, sorry. Now we are on to our Lush Sunday special for this week, and it's a super soft Harchi, my favorite winter fabric because it is so soft. Super soft is no lie. It's a really beautiful fabric. It is a Harchi, so super soft Harchi, and Harchi is just another way of saying sweater knit, but it is quite a thin sweater knit. For me here it's fine. I would still put a long sleeve top underneath it to keep me warm, but that's what I do all winter long because I get really cold these days. If you're in a really cool climate, this I think would be great as like a long sleeve t-shirt underneath something, and then something warmer over the top, or pajamas. So that little bit in the middle that looks quite grey, there's actually like a grey blue, so it's got some really nice texture to it, but it's a really cute print. It is just white on the back. This one I've matched up with 2002, which is basically your white thread. You could use a grey, it's totally up to you. We have put this one with Ivory French Terry, which is really nice and warm as well, and also Dusty Blue, just to get that little bit of blue that's in there in the middle and just make it pop. So this is your Lush Sunday special, partly because I just love super soft Harchi and I think everybody should try it. It's so lovely and soft. I actually have a couple of dresses made out of super soft Harchi too. They are my favourites. Everyone should give this a go. So it's a Lush Sunday special for today, just to make that a little bit easier. We do that every week, just have one fabric that becomes a Lush Sunday special. That is everything that I have to show you today. I have been talking for a long time. Sorry if it's been a bit much. Thanks for sticking with me if you have. Don't forget about our competitions on YouTube and Facebook. We have 2 $25 gift cards to give away. These fabrics are now all on our website, which is www.lushfabrics.com.au. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to let you go now, and I'll see you next week with some more fabrics. Thanks. Bye.